Hey guys, this is Caffeine Gaming and welcome to Vambrace Cold Soul. I received a code for this game for free and wanted to show it off before it went live on May 28th. I did not get paid for this, I just received the game for free, so it is not a sponsored post, so any opinion that I have on the game is my own. I'm not being paid for a good review or anything on this. I just want to kind of show it off because it looked very interesting. It's not my type of game, it is a roguelike, and I'm not great at those, so I'm not expecting great things, but I at least want to get through the tutorial and kind of experience this game and see what it's about. So let's just choose a slot and get started here. There is no voice acting in this game from what I can tell, so I'm just going to be reading out all of this to you guys. So we've got Private Biggs here. All right, this is the place I told you guys about. And we have Private Wedge, very good reference there, guys. Looks like the spooks got here first. Was it really worth leaving our regular path to come all the way out here? We're not patrolling today. Besides, if we don't find more supplies soon, we'll all be in trouble. Have you a better suggestion? I'm not the one that will have to tell Celeste we came back empty-handed. Okay, so we've got Sarge here, and she says, shut your pie holes. Who knows what's lurking about up here? Just look around and see if you can find anything useful. Check out the tutorial graphic above and move out. All right, so basically, this is the tutorials, and you can't, as far as I can tell, you can't just like go through this, but you move left and right on this screen. There's commands on the bottom left. There's commands on the bottom right. There's kind of the normal stuff, inventory, map, and the bio. So the inventory is exactly what it sounds like. You've got, I guess the currency in this game is Hellion. I played a little bit of this and then my recording software crashed. Not the game, my recording software. The capacity that you're carrying, you've got just all the items you're carrying. The big thing here is relics are represented by the diamond and may be equipped. So that's pretty useful. We'll just take a quick look at our inventory here. We've got scrap metal, rope and thread, and survival gear, and all of these apparently do things. I hadn't gotten that far. And we have a scroll of consent, which allows us to move about freely. So that's kind of cool, I guess. We've got the bio, which allows us to learn about our team member stat skills, status effects, and equipped relics. So we can look at our health and vigor, our combat, sleight, which is like scavenging, merchantry, which is, you know, negotiating, awareness, which is the ability to spot traps, and overwatch, which is character's ability to care for the party while camping. We've got different combat skills. We can also just get our equipment. We can actually like look at that there. There's a formation so we can rearrange. And if we need to dismiss a party member, we can do that there as well. So we've got Private Biggs here. He's got 26 hit points, 19 vigor, 3 combat, 1 sleight, 0 merchant, 2 awareness, and 2, what is this, Overwatch? No, wait, that's a game. I don't know. Anyway, so for caring for people, he can pray, which allows him to heal self +4 and receive inspired status for +1 combat for 2 turns. Very D&D-ish, by the way. And he also has strike, which allows him to deal combat damage to 1 short range target. So there we go. We've also got Private Wedge, and we've also got Sarge here. And so she looks like she's got pretty good combat rating compared to everybody else, but her health is generally lower. She also has Shuriken, which is very cool. And Private Wedge here has got Whirlwind and Strike, and he seems to be on par with Biggs. And we've got the map here, and our map displays our current location. And it looks like this seems very familiar to Darkest Dungeon, I think. So there's that. It looks like there's some stuff on the map. I'm not entirely certain what all that is. So let's just move around a little bit. And a door. Is it locked? Open it already and keep your guard up. All right, so interaction icons represent a variety of ways you can engage with the environment around you. It looks like there's quite a few. A red X on the interaction icon means you can neither access the area nor engage with the object. You'll need to hold the interact button to complete your action with certain objects. So looks like we've got a door here and we can interact with it. Oh, you have to use E on that. I see. It looks cold in here. We've got a door here, which we can't go into. So we're here now. Can't get in there. found something. Looks like a chest of some sort. Well, what are you waiting for? Okay, here goes. I forgot how to open it. What? Oh, mother help me. It's a miracle I've survived this long in this company of fools. Just press and hold the button indicated in the tutorial graphic and voila. It's usually a good idea to have someone with a high sleight stat in your team do the dirty work. All right, so containers like this may hold valuable loot. The character who has a high sleight will have a chance of opening the chest and finding loot. Scavengers with slow sleight may have difficulty opening chests and will often find less loot. So it looks like we need to open this. All right, move aside and leave it to me. So it looks like we've got some junk, some scrap metal, and some rope and thread. So that's pretty interesting. There's a symbol up here. I'm not entirely sure what that is. So it looks like we can take one at a time or we can take all of them. The chests here are different from the ones back in Edina. Forget the chest. Try checking your inventory and character bios as indicated in the bottom right corner of the screen. So I guess they want us to actually look at this stuff now, but you can see we have more scrap metal, more rope and thread, and junk. That's just interesting. And we also have, I don't know, bio now, which we don't actually need to see. So let's move on. Oh, actually, it looks like I accidentally just changed my formation. That was fun. It's not quite what I meant to do. There we go. I'm not... Okay, I see. Kind of playing with the buttons. You can move things around. Let's keep him in the front for right now. Okay, let's move on in to the next room. It's freezing out here. You think the spooks are getting close? Did you forget to bring the Geistrometer again? We should keep going. No use going back the way we came if they are. Stay put for too long and they'll catch up. Remember, if your health or vigor drops to 0, we're the ones spooking this place. Let's go. I feel uneasy. This place gives me the creeps. Alright, so the red bar is health, and if it drops to 0, they will die, and damage to health is usually incurred during combat. Yellow bar is vigor, and it's the same thing. It's usually incurred through the stress of exploration. You gain flourish points, which is this blue bar on the bottom, through critical action bonuses and finishing turns during combat. Accumulating enough will activate your flourish. So that's interesting. I suspect that combat's going to be coming up. Alright, so you spring a trap that spreads infrasonic waves, causing you tension, strange tension. So 2 health and hand tremors. Alright, so that sucks. Another trap. Best to have someone with a high awareness stat in your team to avoid them. Alright, so traps are dangerous, are a dangerous feature. Your party leader or the entire team will incur damage. Characters with high awareness will warn your party. Like I said, very D&D-ish. Characters with low awareness will trigger traps more easily. Some actions have a probability of failure. When you see this green script, it means your attempt was a success. The red script means failed. The gray script means you missed and the enemy has evaded your attack. Blue script means you scored a crit. All right. So that's interesting. So we took a little bit of damage there. I just saw something move in the distance. Get your weapons ready and think fast. Let's make sure we all get home today. All right, looks like combat here. I'm ready. Looks like we've got 3, I don't know who these guys are, but they are not good guys. All right, so you've encountered hostile enemies, really. I would have never guessed. Each team has 4 slots. Okay, nothing real exciting there. The bottom bar display is turn order using the character HUD slot icons. So higher awareness gives advantage initiative. Sounds good. When a character's icon reaches this point, which is right about here, it's his turn. Normal skills are your character's default abilities. The flourish is powerful but needs to be charged. Okay. Guard is a defense thing at the cost of 1 vigor. It's a useful way to defend against powerful enemy flourishes. We've got a pass, and you cannot use items or change relics during combat. However, you may tape the map and bio for the benefit of planning your next move. And then we can also change our team and run away if we need to. So it looks like we start with her. So let's just use a skill. There are 3 range types: short range, mid range, and long range. Short range is short range, obviously. Mid-range can be used in any position, but only target these two, and long range is from anywhere to anywhere. And it looks like as you defeat enemies, they will move up essentially, and you can choose your target. Your target reticle is visible on the HUD, so you can actually choose here. So let's just let's do that. It looks like we killed them pretty quickly there. All right, so let's use our attack and just keep going. And we've got another attack here, so let's just keep on keeping on here. It is their turn now, though, and this guy is going to miss. He actually missed. All right, so we're gonna just go ahead and attack. And that guy went down. All right, so we managed to defeat all of those enemies. Good job. I told you guys I had a bad feeling about this place. You're the one that insisted we come out here to begin with. By all means, continue quarreling amongst yourselves if you want to be ice pops. We have the spoils we came for, and it's colder than a witch's tit out here. I, for one, am ready to return. Hold up, guys. I see a body. It looks like a girl. Who is it? Okay, we got something going on here. She's not from Dulwich. I don't recognize her, and no other scavenging teams came up today either. Well, we can't help her now. Search the body. Seriously? You search her. Wait, she's still breathing. We should help her. Who knows how long she's been out here? You want to bring her back? Are you mad? We have no clue who she is. She could be with the green flame for all we know. She doesn't look like one of them. I can't risk compromising Dulwich's location. Celeste will have our heads, and what if she knows how to cast that strange magic? We don't have to worry about that. She's unconscious. Captain Lanville shall decide her fate. Looks like it's your lucky day, girl. Alright, so we got an achievement out of that, and we managed to get...
I once read a man would have to go below the waves to understand the true scale of an iceberg. Reminds me of you, dear father. I confess I never really knew you. After all, how does one get the measure of a man when there's so much beneath the surface? Nevertheless, I owe my survival of Zumurud's blistering deserts and the wild forests of Sylvia to your training. When I was summoned home to Edina, in order to read your last will and testament, I didn't know what to expect. I suppose it comes as no surprise you remained a mystery even in death. I now find myself beckoned to the dwarven realm of Dockheim by the encrypted journal and ancient relic you left behind, on an expedition to the cursed city of Eisenair for answers you never provided. I shall not be daunted. My determination is equal to the task at hand. If, as you say, this Vambrace is the key to entering that forbidden city, I will find what I seek. My journey has been difficult. Since the Vambrace entered my possession, I have been plagued by unsettling dreams of a ghostly blade cutting me down.
All right, so that was the tutorial. Chapter 1, The Adventurous. Ugh, my head. Glad you could join us, Sleeping Beauty. Who are you? Let's make this clear. I'm the one asking the questions here. You can start with your name. My name is Lyric. Elvelia Lyric. I am Landville Esquire. You're lucky we found you. A moment later and you would have been a piece of Friesan decor gracing the streets. I must have fainted. I never felt a chill like that before. We are, unfortunately, well acquainted with it here. Celeste had half a mind to leave you up there. Good for you. She's not calling the shots, and I was feeling generous. Up there? So we're underground. Looks like I've got a sharp one on my hands. I took the liberty of searching your stuff. A bunch of climbing gear and a strange book nobody can read. Explain. I came seeking answers about my father, the late Dr. Niccolo Lyric. I traveled here from Medina with this journal. Right, everybody knows nobody goes in and nobody ever comes out of Icesnare. Icesnare, you mean I'm here? I actually made it inside the city? Suppose for a moment I entertain your absurd story. How the hell did you get past the Frostfell? That barrier around the city, I walked through it. Enough of this nonsense. You think I haven't seen what happens when someone touches it? Instant death. The only freaks wandering around the surface are either spooks, mad survivors, or the green flame. You're not dead, and far as I can tell, you're still sane. So let's cut to the chase. What's your connection with the green flame? I don't know them. Green what? Green flame. The archonic cult hellbent on destroying the Guardian Alliance. Ring any bells, or have you been living under a rock? They're the ones responsible for this frozen curse? I can assure you I'm not with them. I just got here. You're serious, aren't you? Well, imagine my surprise to learn some Adeni decided to take a leisurely stroll on the surface. Listen, I have a matter of great urgency. I'm looking for an individual named Zaquard. Do you know of him? There's nothing left for us to discuss right now. But I am feeling gracious today, so I'll tell you what. I'm giving you tentative permission to move about Delurch. Until I figure out what to do with you, that is. Delurch. Oh, that's the name of our lovely abode deep below Icesnare. Welcome to paradise. You're just letting me go? There's nowhere to run, so you best make yourself at home. In fact, take this. You'll need some if you want to survive down here. What's this? We call it Hellion, and it's the only currency worth anything down here. Consider it a little welcome gift. I've never seen paper money. Try anything funny and you're dead. In a cell or right back on the surface where we found you. Are we clear? Crystal. Alright, so I guess we are free to go. I'm famished. Is there anything to eat down here? Alright, so we could run. Oh, that's kind of nice. So it looks like if we use shift, we can actually like move a little faster. So that's kind of nice. And let's just go upstairs. And actually, let's take a look at the map first. I don't have a map of this place. Never mind, I don't have a map. What about a journal? This is the Codex Illuminus. It's separated into two sections, the Codex and Journal. So Lyric inherited the Codex from her father. Unlock its encrypted pages to learn more about the world, its history, and other mysteries. Left and right to toggle, and up and down to check the pages within. And in the journal, it contains details on your current mission and goal, and you can do the same thing there. So it looks like, oh wow, as you can kind of see here, we've got a lot of events, a lot of myths. There's letters apparently that we need to catch or find. It looks like there's some reading to do, races, places, factions, gods, sundries. So there is a ton here, and here is our journal, and we are currently working on the Outlander. So that is very cool. Let's take a look at our bio here. Looks like we are we're pretty low on health and vigor. We're not great at anything. We know Whirlwind and Deadeye. So, I mean, there's that. When it comes to items, we've got our release form and literally nothing else. So that's interesting. The captain's finished with you. That was fast. Please await while I process your paperwork. Okay. Is that all I have to do? What's this? How to keep your body warm. Step 1, make a fire. Step 2, stand in front of the fire. Step 3, be warm. Thanks for that. Wait, is there somebody in there? Who's this? Keep your distance from her or you're bound to lose a limb. That's Isabel Salazar, the woman who knows black magic. Consider yourself warned. I can't place her, but for some reason she looks so familiar. Huh. The frost wind howls around you. Your presence here will bring much anguish. What? I don't understand. Your paperwork is done. Scram before we change our mind. Anything else? I guess I don't have anything else to get from them. And do you have anything else to say? Best keep your distance from her. Oh, lest you get hexed. The witch knows black magic. Consider yourself warned. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be absolutely fine. Oh, hey! This is pretty cool. And I think this is the secondary screen that I was looking for. This is kind of like the overworld screen. So when you're not inside a dungeon, you're kind of meandering about in this place. And it looks like there's all sorts of fun symbols and things that we can go and see. Well, this is pretty cool. I actually, you know, even though we haven't really gotten into the story or anything, it's very interesting to see this. And this reminds me of Sunless Sea in a way. It's got very much the same kind of atmosphere that might be with a boat, but it still kind of reminds me, the art style kind of reminds me of Don't Starve a little bit. So this is pretty interesting. I'm very intrigued by the story, but I'm going to cut this episode short for right now. I might play this a little bit later. I've got something else for us next time, but I don't know, this looks really cool. So I will see you guys at a later episode. Thanks for watching.